In the 3rd century BCE, the Roman Republic was a formidable land power, but on the water it was practically defenseless. The Mediterranean Sea was dominated by the wealthy maritime empire of Carthage, whose powerful navy enforced a total monopoly on sea trade. Rome had no professional battle fleet, no experienced admirals, and no tradition of naval engineering. Yet, within a single generation, Rome built a fleet from scratch, challenged the undisputed masters of the sea, and transformed the Mediterranean into what they would proudly call Mare Nostrum, our sea. Today, we explore the historical reality of ancient Roman naval warfare, the reverse engineering of enemy ships, the invention of the deadly corvus, the massive logistics of Roman quinqueremes, the unbelievable floating palaces of Lake Nemi, and real historical sea battles that decided the fate of empires. When the First Punic War broke out in 264 BCE, Rome quickly realized it could never defeat Carthage without a fleet. But Roman shipwrights had no idea how to build a complex ocean-going warship like a quinquereme, 5-rower. Opportunity struck in 260 BCE. As recorded by the historian Polybius, a Carthaginian quinquereme ran aground on the coast of southern Italy while attempting to intercept Roman transports. Roman engineers immediately salvaged the stranded vessel, dismantled it plank by plank, and used it as a master blueprint. In an incredible feat of ancient industrial mobilization, Rome felled vast forests and built a brand new fleet of 100 quinqueremes and 20 triremes in just 60 days. Because Roman citizens had zero experience rowing war galleys, shipwrights built mock rowing benches on dry land. Thousands of recruits sat in long rows on wooden frames, practicing rowing techniques in unison on dry earth while their ships were still being built in the shipyards. Despite building a fleet, Roman commanders knew their crewmen were no match for Carthaginian mariners in complex naval maneuvering and ramming tactics. To bridge this skill gap, an unknown Roman military engineer invented a radical weapon, the corvus, Latin for raven. The corvus was a heavy boarding bridge, roughly 1.2 meters, 4 feet wide and 11 meters, 36 feet long, mounted on a swivel pole at the ship's bow. At the bottom of the bridge hung a massive curved iron spike shaped like a raven's beak. Mechanics of the corvus assault. Approach. The Roman ship steered alongside or toward an enemy vessel. Drop. Crewmen pulled a pulley rope, dropping the heavy bridge onto the enemy deck. Lock. The heavy iron spike drove deep through the enemy ship's wooden planking, locking the two vessels together tightly. Invasion. Fully armored Roman legionaries rushed across the bridge two abreast, turning a fluid naval battle into a brutal hand-to-hand infantry combat where Rome excelled. The corvus was unleashed for the first time at the Battle of Mylae, 260 BCE, under consul Gaius Duilius. The Carthaginians, expecting an easy victory against inexperienced Romans, sailed forward in disarray. To their horror, the Roman ships dropped their corvi, locked the Carthaginian ships in place, and captured 31 enemy vessels, including the Carthaginian flagship. Gaius Duilius achieved Rome's first ever naval triumph. 4 years later, in 256 BCE, Rome launched the Battle of Cape Ecnomus, one of the largest naval engagements in human history. Over 330 Roman ships carrying 140,000 men clashed with 350 Carthaginian ships carrying 150,000 men. Roman commanders Marcus Atilius Regulus and Lucius Manlius Vulso arranged their fleet into a massive, impenetrable wedge formation, a triangle guarded by a rear line. Despite fierce Carthaginian attempts to lure the Roman vanguard away, the tactical rigidity of the Roman wedge and the terrifying effectiveness of the corvus shattered the Carthaginian lines. securing an overwhelming Roman victory. While the corvus secured early victories, it had a fatal flaw. Its heavy weight on the bow severely compromised ship stability in stormy seas, causing entire Roman fleets to capsize in 255 and 249 BCE. Eventually, Rome phased out the corvus and perfected traditional ramming warfare. Archaeological digs, led by the RP3 Maritime Heritage Foundation at the Agadi Islands, site of the final battle of the First Punic War in 241 BCE, have recovered over 25 ancient bronze naval rams, rostra. These finds reveal that Roman rams were not long, sharp spikes designed to pierce hulls under the waterline. Instead, they were heavy, three-bladed bronze sleeves fitted directly over the bow timbers. Their primary purpose was to smash the outer planking of an enemy ship, shattering its internal joints through blunt force inertia and causing massive, instantaneous structural failure. Roman shipbuilders did not only construct brutal warships. During the Empire, they pushed architectural engineering to mind-boggling extremes. The most famous examples were the Nemi ships, two colossal floating palaces built in the 1st century CE under the infamous Emperor Caligula on the small volcanic waters of Lake Nemi. Discovered and raised between 1929 and 1932, these ships measured up to 73 meters, 240 feet in length and 24 meters, 79 feet in width. They were not warships, but luxurious imperial pleasure barges featuring unbelievable technology. Piped plumbing. Lead pipes stamped with Caligula's name supplied hot and cold running water to onboard baths. Marble floors and heating. Decks were paved with heavy marble mosaics, supported by early floor heating systems, hypocausts. Advanced ball bearings. Archaeologists recovered bronze ball-bearing platforms used to rotate massive wooden statues, centuries before Leonardo da Vinci sketched similar concepts. Triple-layered hull protection. Hulls were coated with wool soaked in pitch and covered in thin sheets of rolled lead to protect against wood rot. Beyond massive fleet battles, Roman naval history is filled with dramatic true stories. One of the most famous occurred in 75 BCE, when a 25-year-old Julius Caesar was captured by Cilician pirates while crossing the Aegean Sea. The pirates demanded a ransom of 20 talents of silver for his release. Caesar laughed in their faces, telling them they had no idea who they had captured, and insisted they demand 50 talents instead. During his 38 days of captivity on the pirate island of Pharmacusa, Caesar treated his captors not as masters, but as subordinates. He wrote speeches and poems, recited them to the pirates, and called them illiterate barbarians when they failed to appreciate his work. He played games with them, joined in their exercises, and repeatedly warned them, with a laughing smile, that once he was freed, he would return with a fleet and crucify every single one of them. The pirates assumed he was joking, but as soon as the 50 talents arrived from Miletus and Caesar was freed, he immediately traveled to the port of Miletus, raised a private naval fleet of warships at his own expense, and sailed straight back to the pirate stronghold. He caught the pirates completely by surprise, recovered all 50 talents of silver along with massive pirate plunder, took the pirates prisoner, and had them all crucified, just as he had promised. By the height of the Roman Empire, the Roman navy was organized into permanent professional fleets. The two primary battle fleets were stationed at Misenum, near Naples, and Ravenna to guard the western and eastern Mediterranean. Additionally, specialized regional fleets maintained imperial borders. The Classis Britannica guarded the English Channel and supported Roman military campaigns in Britain, transporting legions, siege weapons, and grain. On the northern borders, riverine fleets, such as the Classis Pannonica, patrolled the Danube and Rhine rivers using light, fast patrol galleys called lusoriae. These shallow draft vessels allowed Rome to deploy troops rapidly against Germanic incursions. The story of the Roman navy is a story of radical adaptability. Rome began as a landlocked agricultural republic with no knowledge of shipbuilding, yet through relentless engineering, reverse engineering, and tactical innovation, it created a maritime empire that lasted for centuries, from the iron beak of the corvus at Mylae to the lead-sheathed luxury of Caligula's Nemi ships and the naval patrols of the Danube. Roman ships transformed the Mediterranean into a unified highway of commerce, culture, and power. Thank you for watching this detailed historical breakdown of ancient Roman naval warfare. If you enjoyed this accurate deep dive into history, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below.